Dandy! Sorry, Vegas doll. Dandy beat you to it. Dandy was first again. But hello, Vegas doll. Kelly, Frida, Cam, Dollface, Meat Sweats, Cotton Candy, Proud, Jenna, Lulu, Fernanda, Spares. Chilled out once he started talking. Hey, Backrooms, Anunnaki, Jenna again. Go away, email alert. Roxanne, tired from your shift last night? Aw. Somebody give Frida a hug. Hey, Clara. Hi, Ray. Hi, Teddy. So bored, no one is entertaining me. Hey, Maya. I mean, if you need entertainment, Jenna. Hey, Andrew. If you need entertainment, there's plenty of entertaining stuff out there. Hey, Uncle Buck. PK, Maya. New episode of Star Trek Picard dropped. You can watch that. I haven't watched it yet. I'll watch it after this. What's for dinner? I had another microwave dinner. Always microwave dinners. Nothing entertaining anyway. That's why I'm here. I don't give a shit, Dandy. I don't care. My pizza? No pizza tonight, no. I had pizza yesterday. PK! Make a kids cuisine TV dinner. Those are so good. Welcome, PK. Say something funny. Something funny. Do a monkey dance. Hey, Natalie. Did I not say hello? Hello, Kelface. Sorry, I thought I said hello to you already, Kelface. Sorry about that. My favorite Swanson dinner. Thanks, Natalie. Cam and Kenna kissing in a tree. I don't know who Kenna is, but Cam and Kenna kissing in a tree. Here, I thought you were supposed to be in love with Jenna, but no, you've playing. You're player, Cam. Breaking Jenna's heart. The worst part is it's not. It's just it comes out of the dryer like this. Hey, Shaniqua. I've said hello, Shaniqua. You can stop now. Trivia tonight? Nah. Yes. Jenna, Teddy Bear 55 wants to know if you'll go out with him. Do you like Teddy Bear 55? Yes, no. Check. Check the box. Plans for today? This. Hey, Camilla. Hey, Adele. I never did that thing in high school where it's like, do you like me? Yes? No? I never did that thing. I don't know if Cornwall even does pride festivals, honestly. You know, it's not. It's not the dryer filter. It is this particular T-shirt. This one and like one or two other T-shirts that I've got, they always come out like this. Other T-shirts are fine. Like everything else is fine. Everything else comes out just fine. I guess there is a Pride march in Cornwall. I just wrote, I fucking hate Jeff all over a paper and showed it to him. That's how I expressed my crushes. Whatever works. My teacher's like, Jenna, don't do this. Tell her what to No. Okay, Killface. See you later. See you in a bit then. Hey, any tourist. Hey, Twinkle. My bracelet. The hummingbird simply must work harder in the rain. Yeah, Raffle, it says the hummingbird simply must work harder in the rain. It's a quote from the comic Pretty Deadly. Very motivational. Yep. My love note says, will you pee on me so I can see where it comes from? Twinkle. Yeah. Surviving. I'm surviving. Hey, Comic Brook. Hey, Habibi. Angela. Yeah. Oh, apparently, Comic Brook. Apparently, Jenna did. Oh, okay, you saw. Straight out safe. I hope so. I think Jenna's probably safe. It's just question of how her uncle's doing. I've been applying emotional fly. I've got a couple tabs open for this. I'll need to apply for. She probably blocked me because I haven't told her she's pretty in over an hour. Thanks, Alien. Hey, Zach. You didn't tell me my ass looked good. Hey, Jacqueline. And here I thought Jenna and Comic Brook were best friends now. Darn. Navy? It's not navy, it's purple. It actually is like a burgundy color. You're the obnoxious female. Best friends and lesbian lovers. Well, all best friends are lesbian lovers, I thought. Lovers to enemies. My thoughts on butterfaces. Face is the main thing that I'm attracted to, honestly. My man's told me I was pretty and I was kissed up on last night. Nice. on my second energy drink. It's temperature in Canada. Temperature right now, it's 1 degree Celsius. So it is officially not freezing today. Officially not freezing. Woohoo! $10 here in Vancouver. Cool. Zika again. I need to decide what I want to do this weekend, this Saturday, for a gaming stream. Face like a bulldog, but a body like Jennifer Lopez back in the day. Again, it's the face that I'm attracted to more than the body. Okay, so Jeremy is getting a block for spam. But here's the weird thing. And Jeremy was clearly trying to post a transphobic message. Like you'll sometimes see like YWNBAW. Like sometimes you'll see transphobes just post like YWNBAW. What that means is you will never be a woman. It's just, it's blatant, like, it's a blatantly transphobic message. I don't know what YWNAB is supposed to mean. So yeah, I think that person was just I think that person, in addition to being a transphobe, was also just really goddamn stupid. Face of a new line of state-of-the-art toe rings. How do you be the face of toe rings? NWA? Yes. Trans women are women, Roni. Trans women are women. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, Thesser. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, as irritating as transphobia is, it's like at least make an effort to be accurate with your transphobia. Harder? Absolutely not. I will never play it. I will never play Hogwarts Legacy because I will never put any. I will never give any money towards a transphobe. But also, I will never play Hogwarts Legacy because never in my life did I ever give a shit about Harry Potter. Harry Potter was way too popular for me. So I just rejected it out of hand. Top or bottom? I've pretty much always been on top. My last girlfriend, yeah, was the first one I've had that I've ever been able to do cowgirl with. Actually, I don't remember if I ever did. I don't remember if did cowgirl with my first girlfriend. I probably did. I know. I never did wish and tell. We tried once and it did not work. Cowgirl? Yeah, I enjoyed it. It gave me a break. It gave me a break from doing all the work. Hey, Crackula. Because, it's. Hey, Coconut. Hey, Angela. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, HBIC. So, yeah, it's. Hey, Hawk. No, Babs. Shut the fuck up about it. I answered that already. Every fucking live, people are like, oh, are you going to play Hogwarts Legacy? You going to play Hogwarts Legacy? You going to play Hogwarts Legacy? No, I'm not playing Hogwarts Legacy. Get the fuck over it. Anyway, hey. Hey, Chuck Sondick. Cowboys are your type. For the record, I know how the name is supposed. For the record, I know how your name is supposed to be pronounced. I know what the joke is with your name. I remember when South Park did that. I remember when South Park introduced that character. I was watching it back then, so I do know the joke. I just think that it is funnier for me personally to intentionally mispronounce that name in a way that removes the dirtiness from it. Jenna? Penis. Bo Rock? Honestly, I find it disappointing. Genuinely, I find it disappointing when they do. Why are they playing it? I mean, a lot of them grew up on Harry Potter. A whole lot of people grew up on Harry Potter. Hey, Rachel. And it's hard to give up on shit that you grew up with. On top of that, I mean, it is, a pretty huge game. Yeah, it is. You're probably gonna get more views playing that thing than you are most other games. Sure, Chrissy, you pick your battles. Never seen a complete. Chantal forced me to watch the first Harry Potter movie with her. And yeah, that was me done with that. It was like, sure, that was a well-made movie. I don't care. No, Jolene, I would not. First Harry Potter is so cute. The lower production values made it very charming. Honestly, I feel like that is kind of a thing, comic book. Like, CGI does not have the same emotional resonance as practical effects. Like, I do feel like having a limited budget actually sort of forces filmmakers to be more clever about how they go about things. I was personally working around Daniel Radcliffe for a few weeks back in 2015, and he was an amazing man to be around, very personable and kind. I've heard that. I've heard that Daniel Radcliffe is just like genuinely a sweet dude. Hey, Donut Predator. So yeah, it's like over reliance on CGI does, I think, make Danny is a gem. Does kind of make filmmakers lazier to a certain degree, I think. I mean, just look at how people felt about Lord of the Rings versus how people felt about the Hobbit movies. Lord of the Rings, those movies stand up. The fact that there was a strong focus on practical effects as much as possible. Hey, stuff. Everything stands. It means that it still stands up today. It's still incredible to watch. When people watched the Hobbit movies, it was all CGI. It was just people in front of green screens. And it did not resonate with audiences the same way. And it doesn't stand up as well. Like the Hobbit because there was a dragon. Oh shit. Sir Ian McKellen fucking broke down in tears filming The Hobbit. Love the Hobbit cartoon movie. I trust the extremely square glass. Yeah, it's a square. My glass is very square. What are you sipping on? Water, Remu. I'm drinking water. Fell into the new place? Yeah, more or less. I broke down in tears when I saw Rebecca Jones wasn't here. Praying and crying, a comic book. Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter in the same universe? I mean, sure, why not? Hey, Riley. What do I think about Ghost Rider? I think the '90s Daniel Ketch Ghost Rider series was pretty fucking bomb. I'll admit. Ghost Rider, sometimes I enjoy him, sometimes I don't. I did actually really like the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider series. Like, I thought that series was really good and a very interesting and compelling new take on the Ghost Rider premise. And I loved Robbie's relationship with Gabe. I thought that was one of the strongest human elements in Marvel at the time. The movie was good, but the show was pretty awesome. Oh, the Ghost Rider, the Nicolas Cage movies. The Nicolas Cage movies were bad. The first one especially, it was a bad movie. That first Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, it was a bad movie. But still actually kind of enjoyable despite itself. The second one was also still pretty bad. Not as bad. It had some pretty awesome moments, but it was still pretty bad. But also still pretty enjoyable. Hey, Rebecca. One of my favorite moments in the first Ghost Rider movie, though, was the scene where, like, that. No, I haven't watched Ms. Marvel. I haven't watched any Disney stuff. I haven't watched anything produced by Disney since Spider-Man No Way Home. That was the last Disney thing that I watched. Not because like it. Shit, did I even watch No Way Home? No, I watched that one. Like it was right after No Way Home. Like it was very shortly after No Way Home was released on Disney Plus. Like very shortly after after No Way Home was replaced on Disney Plus. Very shortly after that was when I sort of decided that I didn't want to support Disney anymore. Comic about Ghost Rider defeating the Avengers. I think so. I mean, there's been a couple of times where one of the Ghost Riders has confronted the Avengers. Hey, Danger Otter. Anyway, so what I was saying about the first Ghost Rider movie, one of my favorite moments in that movie, the Ava Longoria character, the love interest character, was sort of drunk on wine, waiting in a restaurant for Johnny to show up, and she just sort of asks the waiter, "You think I'm pretty, don't you?" And the bartender's like, "Hmm." I love that moment because it's like that's kind of my feeling on Ava Longoria. It's like, she doesn't, it's like she doesn't really do it for me. I don't know what it is. There's something about Ava Longoria. She doesn't really do it for me, right? You know? Wizard kind of racist to other species. Why do they emphasize hitting mudbloods when wizard kind hates everyone? There's definitely a degree of elitism from what I like. Again, this is just what I've heard about the books. That there is definitely a degree of elitism from the Ghost Rider is part of the subgroup of the Avengers. So the original Ghost Rider was a member of the Champions. a superhero team based out of LA. That people love to mock. The 90s version of Ghost Rider was part of the Midnight Suns. It was just like a bunch of supernatural themed heroes teaming together to fight against Lilith, primarily. The Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider is a member of the current Avengers. I don't know. I don't know if the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider ever actually joined any Avengers lineup. What do I think of goat cheese? Do not enjoy it. Oh, the 90s Ghost Rider was also a member of the Fantastic Four. That was a fun story. Ghost Rider, Hulk, Wolverine, and Spider-Man as the Fantastic Four. That was actually a really fun arc. Loved Blade as a kid. Thought he was awesome. I thought he was awesome. Oh yeah, Blade's always been. Blade's definitely. The first Blade movie was like really cool, really stylish. Great movie. Oh, I'm looking for a job, Blue Bunny. Shut up. Blade was the best black superhero. Up there. I am partial to Monica Rambeau. She is awesome. Hey, show up sometimes. And Storm, of course, is obviously up there as one of the best black superheroes. But like I said, I am very partial to Monica Rambeau. She was awesome. Midnight Suns, New Avengers, and Dark Avengers. Was he part of the New Avengers? Or Dark Avengers? I don't remember him being in. Like I said, I know that the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider was a member of the current Avengers lineup. Oh, the movie Storm was never allowed to be anywhere near as cool as she should have been. Yeah, so the Johnny Blaze Avenger, Johnny Blaze original Ghost Rider, he was a member of the Avengers of the Supernatural and the Savage Avengers. So I guess he was a member of an Avengers. X-Men cartoon from the 90s was amazing. It was. It was definitely one of the awesomest. Cheese subject is more good American. Cheese is not cheese. Was it Cupcakes? No, that was X-Men Evolution. The 90s cartoon was the one where they were all grown up except for Jubilee, who was the newcomer, who was the audience surrogate. Ran from 1992 to 1997. And it allowed Storm to be her absolute drama queen self. Sentinels and all that stuff, yeah. Sentinels, the Phoenix and Dark Phoenix sagas, Age of Apocalypse. Studying for that one, but my uncle probably has it. Yeah, X-Men Evolution was the one where they were all in school. I never actually watched that one. I've never actually seen X-Men Evolution. Sure they do, Blue Bunny. Never played Daggerfall, no. I mean, I know it's got like Goth Rogue and everything, but I've never actually watched it. Genesis X-Men game on here? I don't think so. 90s games are tough. Diablo? No. Speaking of 90s X-Men, I actually mentioned this on Twitter. Rogue is single-handedly responsible for making bomber jackets popular in the 90s. Yeah, like Jim Lee was doing these redesigns of all the X-Men. It was like, hey, let's throw a bomber jacket on Rogue. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good for her. And then, like, obviously everybody loved that look on her. And then just like everyone started wearing bomber jackets. At one point in the 90s, like there's a very famous Avengers cover from the 90s where like everyone on the team and like all the Avengers are just standing there in their bomber jackets. Like all of them. Every Avenger was wearing a bomber jacket at one point. And it's like that was entirely down. Hey Jordan. That was entirely down to Rogue. Bring back bomber jackets. Why not? Sister didn't like the movie depiction of Phoenix. Did you like it? Nope. No, none of the X-Men movies were particularly good, frankly. Everyone wore bomber jackets in the 70s. But they fell out of style. Bomber jackets did absolutely fall out of style in the 80s. And then Jim Lee put one on Rogue, and everyone fell in love with him again. When the mutant kids shaved Wolverine, I saw him. Yeah, Logan was an excellent movie. I'll be honest, I actually kind of like The Wolverine. I thought The Wolverine was actually a pretty good movie. Not perfect, it had its problems, but for the most part, The Wolverine was a really good movie. All the other, and yeah, the Deadpool movies were fun. Those two were fun. All the other X-Men movies were bad. Birdo is a trans icon? Absolutely. Hugh Jackman? Daphne Keane really did a great job in Logan. It's a shame that we probably won't get to see her return as the new Wolverine. Do I want Wolverine's physique? I don't know. Probably not. Too much work. Yeah, it would have been really cool to see Daphne Keane show up in a Wolverine costume. Favorite part of Wolverine is that he's 5'4". 5'3", Chrissy. He is 5'3". I grew up on Marvel trading cards. Who would you rather be, Wolverine or Wonder Woman? I mean, Wonder Woman because she's invulnerable, while Wolverine is very vulnerable. She just heals fast. Other than Wolverine, yep. Short King, he is. That is central to Wolverine's character. He is a short king. He is a runt. I'm 5'7.75". All of a sudden, Wolverine is not my favorite X-Men. Batman games? Nah. I played the demo of Arkham Asylum. Nothing wrong with being short as long as you're kind to. Same height. Do love tall women. Yep. You gotta appreciate a woman you can climb. Sabretooth often refers to Logan's runt. Exactly. Of course, Sabretooth is something like 6'6", so even if Logan was a regular height, he would be a runt compared to Sabretooth. I hate Sabretooth. I find Sabretooth to be a boring character. Because his whole thing is, ooh, look how evil I am. Oh, I'm so wicked and violent and evil. Oh, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm an animal. I kill people. I like killing. I kill people because I'm a killer who likes killing people. Look at me kill these people that I'm killing because I'm such a killer. It's like, fucking hell. Get something more fucking interesting than that. So often, he is just one-dimensional. It's like, just fucking kill the guy and be done with it. Rip his head off and have Jean telekinetically rip his head off and bury it in cement. You know? Favorite X-Men is Batman. Better than that Juggernaut guy? Nah, Juggernaut's pretty cool. Juggernaut can be really interesting. Because the thing is, Juggernaut is capable of self-reflection. He is capable of regret and compassion. No, I have not watched The Boys. I read the first volume of the Boys comic, and that was enough for me to have no interest in anything to do with The Boys ever again. because that first volume was utter fucking garbage. Excited for the Joker musical? Nah. Chrissy Cupcakes? But like even stories that are like about that are set in the past, he's still just a one-dimensional murder dude. Any favorite Marvel horror comics? Immortal Hulk from was some pretty good horror. The old Gerber Man Thing. A lot of runs on Man Thing, but especially like the Steve Gerber Man Thing was definitely horror and was great. They did like some horror superhero comics in the 90s, some of which were pretty fun. What do you look for in a woman? Interest in me. Hey, Rebecca. You think about it, every time you go to a hotel, it's a sex room. Probably true. Favorite comic series? Pretty Deadly. My favorite comic series is Pretty Deadly. Rebecca? I mean, it's because this is how I currently make money, Rebecca. Until I can find a job again, this is, going live every night is how I make money. So I wouldn't say money issues, more just in order to make money. So base premise. It is a volume is about death and why death is necessary. I did, Rebecca. I applied for a couple things. I applied for a couple jobs, and I'll be applying for a couple more tonight. I've got a couple tabs open for places to apply to. I just need to update my resume with my new address and phone number, and actually fill out the applications on those sites. Sounds sad. Kinda, parts of it are, but there's also a bit where a dude gets sliced with a sword and his eyeball pops out of his face. And it's all just beautifully drawn and colored by Emma Rios and Jordi Belair, who just do who are both absolutely amazing at what they do. No Sergio. Over the top end. Not, but for the most part, Jocko, no. It doesn't, there actually isn't much over the top violence. It's just like one scene. It's really just one scene that has some brutal violence. And there are a couple other bits that are sort of like there's another fight scene that is not at all gory. It's a different type of brutality. I know, Rebecca. Anyway, it's just an amazing book. Like, it's just an amazing comic. No backshots. Junji Ito. I've never actually read any Junji Ito. Hey, little brown jug. I'm honestly not into horror in general. Like, it's just not something that I enjoy. So, Walking Dead. No, never read any Walking Dead. What my ideal life would be. Banging your mom all day and your dad all night. I know, Angela. I know. I know. I don't know that I have a dream life. Yeah, I mean, thank you for the super chat. Backshot. So I gotta blow my nose. Give me a second to blow my nose. Get off camera so you can't see it happen. There we go. Why's closet empty? Because there's nothing to put in that closet. Like, there's no reason to put anything in that closet. They don't, Vegas doll. Never, Julia. I'm nice to the people who deserve it, Julia. If a guest is a douchewad, I'll be a douchewad back to them. I will treat them the way they treat me. Very strange channel. Indeed. Yes, it is, Zach. Yes, it is. You have the BB. Best channel in this whole warped universe. My life goals. I don't know life goals, Rebecca. Trans Messiah based cult. So just so you could get around anti-piracy software. Just to get around the anti-piracy software. Maybe. Join a cult just to get around anti-piracy. Sure. Sure, why not? Hey, produce. Laying in bed with me stream? Probably not, honey bunny. Probably not going to do that. If you go in that closet and shut the door, you'll disappear. They'll never find out. Going trans to switch ROMs. You think of us as NPCs shedding bizarre quest objectives at you. Not inaccurate comic book. Often complete with repeated dialogue. Called Bloody Mary in the Mirror? No. Whole review. Exactly. Repeated dialogue comic book right there. Come over for sleepover. TikTok has ruined my perspective of Pedro Pascal. Can I take that guy seriously anymore? Pascal's great. Pedro Pascal seems like a really good guy. Just made an ASMR channel. I'm gonna get up the ring. Can I get a shout out for it? Yeah, sure, Frida. Why not? Taint time? Will I be too lazy to shave? I guess we'll have to wait and see, Produce. We will have to wait and see. I would not date Pedro Pascal because I am not attracted to men. What's on Beyonce charging a lot for a concert? I mean, she's Beyonce, so she can get away with it, but I don't know. It probably should be. She probably should have fairer prices. My arms look good. Thank you. Is there any conspiracy you believe in? Sure. But he's not trans, Chucks, or at least he hasn't come out as trans. So, moot point. Beyonce is hotter than me. Indeed. Moon landing? Well, of course the moon landing happened. I had a big yard. Would you get a pony? No. Did I ever meet Ryan Gosling? Nope. Yes, Turkey Leg. I'm still looking for jobs. I've done a couple applications. I'll be doing a couple more soon. Today or tomorrow. Flat Earth. The Earth is not flat. Who killed JFK? Your mom? I mean, it still works there. It doesn't feel the same. Yeah, it doesn't feel the same, but it still works. Different type of your mom joke. I did apply cheers. They never got back to me. 9/11? Well, yeah, it happened. Terrorists crashed planes into the buildings, and because of the way the buildings were designed, It meant that they collapsed. Jet fuel melt steel beams. Guess so. He was able to melt those beams, apparently. Second monkey has fallen off the bed and hit his head. Chrissy Cupcakes? A few. Avril Lavigne is probably the one you're thinking of specifically, but Paul McCartney as well. The Paul is dead theory, obviously, came up back in the 60s. And I think he's sort of made jokes. Paul McCartney does seem to try to have a sense of humor about that one. He has made jokes about it. Avril Lavigne outright hates the theory about herself. No, I never met Avril Lavigne. Like, she just, is she on it? Like, that idea that she died and was replaced, she does actually outright hate that conspiracy theory. Except for Miley's new album, she's not my type of thing. Do you ever wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy? I don't know what he feels like, so. Poop contractions help. Just relax and let it come. Let it drop. Relax and let it plop. No, not Cornwall. She's from a little bit west of Cornwall. Married that horrible guy from Nickelback. Yep. Chad Kroger. Georgia Guidestones. Those I don't really know anything about. She's got a new man, apparently. Apparently, she left Chad Nickelback. No, Mudflap. I haven't even been back on there since that stream. Alanis Avril. Neil Young is from Canada. Yep, he is. On a side note, Neil Young does not appreciate when Republican politicians try to co-opt "Rockin' in the Free World" as like campaign songs, as a campaign song. I was saving myself for Shakira. Rockin' the Free World. Yeah. Keep on rocking in the free. Because there have been times where Republican politicians have like used that, like whenever they're at a campaign event, they'll like have that song play when they like come out onto the stage or at the end of the speech or at the end of the event or whatever. Trump did, yeah, and he wasn't the first, obviously. It's been going on damn near since that song released. Stones and Aerosmith both send cease and desist Trump campaign people. Yep. The truth is, Republicans never ask permission before using songs on their campaigns. There have actually been a lot of instances where it turned out that some Republican was using some rock song as part of their campaign, And the musicians who recorded, the recording artists, were like, no, fuck you. Don't use my goddamn song. I hate every fucking thing you stand for, bitch. Yeah, Republicans have absolutely no respect for intellectual rights, intellectual property rights. So they never even bother asking permission. Your fingers, I know, they're stubby. Bernie walked out to Where the Hood At by DMX. And I'll bet you that he asked DMX ahead of time. Because Bernie Sanders respects workers. Steeple your fingers and tell us that your lace meant to take a little roll. Excellent. Union tip. But that, I mean, like, honestly, like, the only musicians who will allow Republicans to use their songs on the campaigns, like maybe 50% of country singers and Kid Rock. And that is basically all of the, that is like everyone who, that is all the choices available to Republicans. Ted Nugent, that's right, Ted Nugent, yeah. They can come out to Cat Scratch Fever. Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, and half of country singers. Do Democrats ask? My response to that, Produce, would be that I very seldom, very, very, very. Hey, Natalie. Sorry. Hey, Natalie. You very rarely hear about Democrats being sent cease and desist orders over their use of some song on the campaign trail. Is it because they ask, or just because the Bruce Springsteen is not a Republican? Springsteen, I think, is a lifelong Democrat. He is very much not a Republican, and in fact, I believe that he is another of those singers who has had to send multiple cease and desist letters to Republicans who are using their songs, or his songs. Because, yeah, like, Springsteen is like a union guy. You know? Yeah. Big supporter of Barack Obama. Activist for LGBT rights. Jenna! Ooh, 5 gift memberships. Thank you very much, Jenna. And congratulations to Blueberry Muffin, Vegas Doll, Natalie, Tendies, and Miss Fahrenheit. So yeah, Springsteen, activist for queer rights, and trans rights. Supported women's march, reproductive rights, civil rights, racial justice, environment, wage equality. Yeah, he is. Bruce Springsteen is a Democrat. He stands for everything that he stands against everything that the Republicans stand for. 'Cause, The boss. Yep. And he's someone else who gets pissed off at people misrepresenting Born in the USA. He gets like it. Born in the USA is not a fucking patriot song. It is not a patriotic song. Here's to the state of Mississippi. No, never heard that one. Conservatives, because they are such shallow thinkers, because they don't actually like care about words. Hey, Tuesday. They see Born in the USA and they think, oh, yeah, America. They never bother actually looking at the lyrics to the song, which is very much about how unjust the US is. Are Democrats cool? Like, there's maybe a couple Democrats who are pretty cool, but on the whole, do Democrats really have a reputation for being the cool kids? Party in the USA by my. There are Democrats. There are a few different types of Democrats. There are the Democrats who are absolute nerds. You have the Democrats who are just like absolute goddamn nerds. There are, but I feel like most Democrats are generally seen as being kind of losers. Streaming Miley's new album tonight. I will not. Like, how many Democrats do you know? I mean, how many I know personally? I suppose it depends on how you define knowing them. Yeah, it's the old joke. I don't belong to an organized party. I'm a Democrat. Like, Democrats have never, I don't think Democrats have ever really been seen, I don't think Democrats as a whole have ever really been seen as cool. Individual Democrats, sure. Bill Clinton, a lot of people thought Bill Clinton was cool. A lot of people thought Barack Obama was cool. A lot of people think that AOC is cool. But, like, no one on the planet has ever thought that Joe Biden is cool. No one ever thought that Nancy Pelosi or Chuck Schumer was cool. And everyone said, make Canada great again. Yep. I don't think anyone's used it as like a campaign slogan. Maybe a handful of, like, there might have been a few people running for parliament who've used it here and there, but like, it was never sort of like national. Like, it's never been the slogan of like the Conservative Party of Canada. But there are a fair number of Canadians who do say make Canada great again. Like I said, maybe not nationwide campaign slogan, but just individuals saying it. Got lots of professionals that are Democrat. Yep. What would I change if I was in charge? I would not want to be in charge. When was Canada great? A good, very good question, Emotional Fly. A very good question indeed. Is there a Trump-like political figure in Canada? There have been a couple who have been sort of compared to Trump. Totally blanking on the one dude's name. There was I think he was the previous leader of the Conservative Party. I am completely forgetting his name. But he was like this rich dude. A lot of people disliked him. Like, there are a fair number of people who sort of who criticized him for being more American than Canadian, frankly. He spent a long time living in the U.S., making money in the U.S., before coming back to Canada to run for prime minister with the as leader of the Conservative Party. He was very much seen as a Trump-like figure. Doug Ford definitely gets compared to Donald Trump. I was sort of thinking national level. But yeah, Doug Ford definitely gets a lot of Trump comparisons. Poilievre. My French is fucking awful. I apologize. But yeah, Pierre Poilievre. He gets Trump comparison. Not so much for being some rich dude who grifted his way into politics, but for having similarly reactionary politics. Teach French Canadian school. Yeah, French is a French, and I think it probably does depend a little bit on where in Canada you live. Growing up in Cornwall, French was something that was like, there was a daily class. It was, was it daily or weekly? Shit, was it daily or weekly that we had French class? Maybe twice a week? I think twice a week we had French for like an hour, all through elementary school and the first year of high school. So 9 years, you get French. Parlez-vous français? No, I don't. I really don't. There's a few words here and there that I know, but for the most part, no. Have I met any famous people? I mean, define met and define famous. Like, I got a Snake Eyes sketch from Larry Hama. Does that count? Thoughts on the Governator? I didn't time you at back shot. I didn't time you at back shots. Trying to think if I met anyone else, but I think honestly, Larry Hama might actually be the most famous person I've ever met. Mr. Freeze is governor. I know. Like, honestly, I'm trying to think if I met anyone else, but no. Can't meet anyone you don't leave your house. Indeed, harder. Beyond that, I spent all my life in Cornwall. Who the hell am I going to meet in fucking Cornwall? You know? I did live in Ottawa for a few years, but I mean, 2 of those years, like, half the time I was in Ottawa was COVID. Met Dave Chappelle once. Cool. Two-Face was college roommates with Al Gore. Oh, yeah, I did know that. Like, work? No. Yeah, like, when I went to Ottawa Comic Con those 2 years, there were very famous people there, but I didn't bother to meet them just because I didn't really care much. I was more interested in the comic side of shit. Like Myers, no. Vancouver is Canada's Hollywood because tons of things are filmed there. Yep. Yeah, Vancouver and Toronto are both big film cities. My dad met Stan Lee. Nice. Celine Dion, no. Where they film Real Housewives of Vancouver. Weirdly enough, they filmed that in Seattle. Where did they film it? They filmed it in New York, don't you know? Yeah, I think Vancouver often fills in for. I think what happens is Vancouver often fills in for cities other than New York, I think. Toronto will often fill in for like New York, maybe Detroit. Vancouver will fill in for a lot of other cities. As I recall, I could be wrong about that, but yeah, Vancouver is often used to replace American cities. They'll film in Vancouver because it's cheaper. Tax credits and shit like that. Toronto? Yeah, sure. I would need a job that pays real well. If you could trade Canadian celebrities to the US because you don't want them to represent Canada, who'd be? I mean, Justin Bieber's the one that immediately comes to mind, really. He's done a lot of stupid shit. And like it's kind of it's of course Justin Bieber's done stupid shit. He was young. He got super famous when he was still young. And teens do stupid shit at the best of times. Give that teen millions of dollars and screaming fans, it's not going to make them any better. But yeah, he did. He grew up under my script. He did. Detroit was a lot for me. Being from the South, people are completely different there. Changed me as a person. Or so. Detroit's a big city. Big cities can't afford to be as nice as smaller towns. But at the same time, I do kind of feel like big cities make it easier to be kind than smaller towns. Should have known when he took money from Canada in the election. Truthfully, I'm inclined to believe it. Allegations of Trudeau being corrupt, I'm inclined to believe that. And I'm totally fine with him being forced to resign. Like, I'd be totally fine with him resigning. Moved to Chicago for college. It's not as dangerous as what people say. 2 years there, and I was never in any danger. Yeah. There's a couple people on Twitter that I follow who live in Chicago, and they just laugh about the fear mongering around Chicago. The absolute best description of it that I ever saw was that Republicans talk about, or conservatives talk about Chicago with a hard R. Like, I honestly loved that phrasing. Indeed, generic. It used to, I think. It used to be one of the highest crime rates in the country. But yeah, it's 28th. Ouch. I believe Chicago is ranked 28th for murder rate. Truth is, cities like Cleveland and Cincinnati, you're way more likely to get killed. 28th, I see. I mean, it's not great. But like I said, Cincinnati is way more dangerous. Baltimore seems bad. I think Baltimore's up there. In Cincinnati, murders on news every night. Yeah. One of those number one violent crimes. Not anymore, Cassie. It used to be. When I was a kid, it was. I remember when Cornwall was the most dangerous city in Canada. Thoughts on crime in Chicago? That it's nowhere near as bad as a lot of people on the right want to make it out to be. Hi, Ray. I think St. Louis is also like number 2, like the second was, I think. No, Jackson. Jackson, Mississippi. So yeah, Jackson, Mississippi has the highest murder rate in the U.S. followed by New Orleans, Birmingham, Alabama, St. Louis, Baltimore, Baton Rouge. Detroit is up there, 7. Detroit is 7th. Cleveland is 8th. Memphis and Milwaukee running at the top 10. Detroit is such a lovely city. Honestly, it seems like it probably is genuinely lovely. But it does have, unfortunately, a high crime rate, a high murder rate. Yeah, Dayton, Ohio has a fairly high murder rate. Kansas City is up there. Memphis, Cleveland, Richmond, Virginia. And like apparently North Charleston, South Carolina apparently is up there. So for all that people on the right love to talk about Chirac. And it's like, okay, but like there are multiple cities in Ohio that are way more dangerous, where you're way more likely to get killed. From Rain Cornwall? I'm not sure what it is anymore. It went down a lot. My fiance is from Ohio and wants to move back to Ohio. I don't know about that. Red state and meth. Yeah, why would anyone want to live in Ohio? Sure. Chicago used to be dangerous. And there's still, there is still some danger there. But you don't see people talking about cheaper. Well, that's fair, actually. It is cheap. You don't see the people who talk about how dangerous Chicago is, you never see those people talking about Cleveland or Cincinnati or Jackson. People live in Ohio because they were born there and it's all they can afford. Yeah. Or are these people failing to mention them? Basically, the entirety of the right wing. All the people who love to go on and on about how dangerous Chicago is. Like I said, the people who say Chicago with a hard R. Those people never talk about Jackson, Mississippi. They never talk about Cleveland, Ohio, or Cincinnati, Ohio. Does that mean? It means that those people when they talk about how dangerous Chicago is, what they're talking about is there's a lot of black people there. Can I say the word absolutely like a robot? Absolutely. Absolutely. Wesley. No, Natalie. I'm not doing an accent. I'm an old Mac from way back, original playa from the Himalayas. No produce, I can't. Because I don't have measuring tape. Thanks, Ray Ray. Healing tourist? Yeah, that was a few years ago. The murder rate has gone down quite a bit. Apparently, the most recent year that's known, there's like 695 murders in Chicago a couple years back. I don't know, was it 2020? I think 2020 is probably the year with the most recent stats. Might be 2021. I'm not sure. I don't remember I'm not sure what that article said. But anyway, there was like 695 murders in Chicago, which ain't nothing. 695 murders. Yeah, that seems like a lot. But Chicago's got a huge population. It's just there's what is the population of Chicago? Yeah, over two and a half. Over two and a half. It's 2.7 million people. So like, is 695 murders a lot? Yeah, that's a lot of dead people. But it's out of 700. But it's out of 2.7 million people. So of course, there's a lot of when you get a lot of people, you get a lot of crime. But it's still Jackson, Mississippi has a population of 153,000 people and like 100 murders, 100 and something murders. Yeah, in 2021, Jackson, Mississippi in 2021 had 155 murders. It's literally the highest murder rate in the world. Murder rate of 101 murders for every 100,000 people. Like, that's the highest rate in the world. You are more likely to be killed in Jackson, Mississippi than literally any other place on the goddamn planet. That is absolutely wild. Shit, like, you can't even fucking compare that to Iraq because it's more dangerous than fucking Iraq. What about Somalia? So my response to that, Frida, would be see Spike Trotman. Black woman lives in Chicago. She's the one that I regularly see laugh about the whole Chicago is so dangerous line. Spike Trotman, black woman living in Chicago, and I look at her feed. Do I like Lori Lightfoot? I don't know a whole lot about her, but again, the people that I follow, the couple people I follow who live in Chicago, really don't like her. Again, Spike Trotman hates Lori Lightfoot. Lightfoot was so bad she didn't get elected for a second term. No one liked her, the left or the right. Yeah. Lightfoot attractive? Doesn't matter. Feel about John Tory stepping down for cheating with an employee? Probably the right choice. I mean, Vika, I would say that her opinion absolutely holds weight on the current state of the city. She's lived there for a long time. So I think that it's fair for her, fair to listen to her views on what the current state of the city is. Beyond that, she's actually just like a really intelligent person. Mostly I enjoy her Twitter threads on like art and history and shit like that. And obviously I love Iron Circus comics. I love the comics that she publishes. Yeah, She's actually got a lot of like really like she tweets a lot of like really interesting threads. Hey, Jenna. I still remember the time she tweeted a thread about people pooping in the Palace of Versailles. Backshots! Thank you for the super chat. Address Natalie's questions. Only if they're worth addressing. Can I rate El Chapo's son on a scale of 1 to 10, 0 to 10, 10 being he is really good at escaping prison? I don't really know much about El Chapo's son. Hey, Belly. Palace of Versailles? France? Yeah, back in the day. I think which Louis was it? Which Louis was king at the time? I forget which one it was, but during the reigns of one of the Louis. This is like before invention of toilets, obviously. Yeah, people would just like shit in the halls. You know, all these courtiers in their fancy clothes, they had to shit. They would just like go to a side hall and take a shit right on the floor. Louis the 14th's time. So specifically during the time of Louis the 14th. Haven't seen MG. She's busy with work, Blueberry. She's emailed me a couple times. She's been busy with work. Ooh. Oh man. Hey, Butter Toast. Jesus Christ rating. I don't do ratings. I don't do ratings, Natalie. So sick, I was coughing and shitting my brains out. And once I coughed so hard that I Hershey squirted. Good times, good times. Because I'm not good at doing ratings. I don't like to do that. Ratings are all so arbitrary. Fuck off, Uncle Junior. Coughed so hard I broke a rib. Oof. You're all sevens. Except for Sofa. Sofa's a 2. I don't say F off to everyone, Cleo. Only people who say something that annoys me. Who is the sofa character? What do I rate myself? Anywhere from a 4 to 6, depending on how I feel about myself that day. Yeah, I tend to rate myself anywhere from a 4 to a 6, depending on exactly how bad my self-loathing is. In dating, what would you say is, yeah, that's good quality? I'm decent in the sack. I am adequate in bed. um, 6 is pushing it. I tend to think so as well, Wazy. No, honey bunny. I will pass on that, Natalie. Longest I've lasted in bed? I don't know. Been 10 years? Yes. But back when I was having sex, I was thoroughly adequate. How many inches? Ask your mother. Did Chantel? Chantel did, and the girlfriend I had after her also. Yeah. I was usually able to get her to. Yeah, my last girlfriend, I was usually able to get to climax. No, Natalie. Do I own any cleaning supplies? Not at the moment, actually. I'll need to get some. Or, I mean, I can borrow. I don't blame you. I don't hate you, Natalie. I just don't have any interest in answering those questions. Hey, Evelyn. Who's better than this? My last girlfriend. She was like the last girlfriend I had was still fat, but she wasn't as she was still in she wasn't as out of shape as Chantel was, as Chantel's always been. So she was still a bigger girl, but yeah. She was able to go on top. Quarter girl. Yep. That she does. That I'm not sure about, but hey, Jasmine. Rate my poop today. I haven't pooped yet today, to let Natalie. I haven't pooped yet. It was dangerous, or you just didn't want to do the work? It was what dangerous? Spoil game strong. Condoms. I use condoms. Obviously, I used condoms. Micah? The hummingbird simply must work harder in the rain. Hey, Rara. Good question. Nah, it's just, it didn't work. Big part of it, honestly, she's got stubby little legs. Like, Chantel's always had those stubby legs, those short legs. So it's just like, it just didn't work. You know? She just, it wasn't even about correction. It was like that she just, like, it just did not actually it just did not actually work there. Long legs are attractive. They are. I do like long legs. She makes a perfect T-Rex. Like an apple on toothpicks. So, yeah, whenever we had sex, it would have to be missionary or doggy. Blonde waves who dress like Cam. Blonde isn't my favorite hair color. I'll be honest, blonde is probably my least favorite hair color. I don't know what it is. It's just, blonde is my least favorite. Brunette, redhead, dyed whatever different colors. I like all those. Blonde is just, doesn't do anything for me. It does not do anything for me. I'm sorry. Two blondes walk into a bar. The third one ducks. The third one ducks. I told that joke to somebody once. She genuinely did not get it. Do you think Mystique is hot? Of course. Sorry, Jenna. Sorry, Jordan. His favorite hair color is receding hairline. You wouldn't choose a blonde, would they choose me? Probably not, Frida. Jenna would turn anyone up. Don't be mean to Jenna Harder. Jenna's a sweetheart. What about redheads? Yeah, red hair is fine. I like red hair. Yeah, I just lean towards darker hair colors. Like I'm just generally more darker hair colors appeal to me more. And artificial hair colors. Blue, pink, purple. Those are all cute. Save up for a down payment on one. Chick with no hair? Possibly. Congratulations, Backshots. Hearts in the chat for Backshots getting married. Bad chick with no hair? I don't know. I mean, it depend. Depend what she looks like. I think she actually pulled off. I think Chantel actually did pull off the shaved head look. Yeah, not everyone can, but I think it actually did. Simple guy, thank you for the super chat. Where's my watch? It's not a watch. It's just a wristband. Looks quality. Kind of. Can I pull it off? I'd rather not try. I'd rather not find out, honestly. Oh, it's to you, Natalie. Well, congratulations, Natalie. Just got married to Backshot. My condolences, Natalie, on that one. No, I think that bald worked for her. You date a woman who is too beautiful and smart and uninhibited and rich. Shit, let me marry that. Let me marry that lady. Give me some of that money. She can cheat on me, and we can get divorced, and I won't even go for half in the settlement. Yeah. Give me enough to survive off of, and yeah, sure. I'm totally down for that happening. I haven't found a job yet. Hey, wanna? Would I ever sleep with a married woman? I don't know. Gold digger. I wish I could. I wish I could be a gold digger. But let's be honest. I'm gonna end up messing with some broke. But I marry someone for citizenship. I would not. Silver digger. Shit. Fucking bronze digger. Copper digger, yeah. SS Night digger. Grave digger. Making love connections here. English to HR data. I don't know. Hey, Barney. I don't know how young I'd go, but I think much younger than, like getting much younger than 30 would probably be a little bit weird. 29, maybe 28 would be fine. But even 28, it's sort of getting, I think, would be sort of getting to the, getting into this is kind of weird territory. Not weird as in like unethical, not that kind of weird, but weird as in we have entirely different we are at different points in our lives type of weird. So yeah, I think it's I'm 38, me dating a 28-year-old, nobody would bat an eye. But I think it'd be enough of an age difference for it to be just kind of not a good match. I feel like that's what it would be. Like, hey James, I feel like much younger than 30, and it wouldn't be a good match anymore. I'm at a different point in life than 20 years ago. Good point. I'm at the same fucking point I was 10 years ago. Do you like Domino's pizza? No, they haven't, Scrape Goat. But thank you. 18-year-olds are in the same position in life as you. Pretty much. Five-year window both ways. That would be ideal, I think. Like, 5 or 6 year window in either direction would be sort of the most comfortable. Easiest to relate to. Same aching in our knees when we try to stand up. Same experience of waking up sore because you slept wrong. Aching at your knees and your knees 37 is worry. Probably, but if the internet is anything to go by, sore knees does seem to be very much a millennial thing these days. I see a lot. Hey, Aegis. I see a lot of millennials talk about, hey, Sofa, talk about that sort of thing. It is very much a thing for my generation. You guys a pillow and oatmeal on hardwood? Thanks, Lexi. It's probably just the that I had different lighting now. You got up and worked, you wouldn't be in as much pain. I doubt it. Man, I was cashier at Walmart. It sucked. That was hard on my legs. Around my knees. You know what I will never understand? Why do cashiers not get stools? I did not fart. It's just my chair. Just me adjusting in my chair. They get chairs at Aldi. They do in Germany. Here in North America, most stores, and especially most chain stores, I think, like supermarkets and Walmart and places like that, those types of stores, you don't get a chair or a stool or anything. You know, like I was a cashier at Walmart for a couple of years, and who was it? Oh, unprofessional. Fuck you. Fuck, you're unprofessional. Google. Kiss my ass, Google. Want to be checking people in a chair? I mean, yeah, then don't use the chair. Wipe or drip dry. Eh, your choice. Sorry, Butter Toast. I wasn't yelling at you, Butter Toast. I wasn't. I wasn't saying anything. I wasn't trying to say it to you. And then wipe, Natalie. Give it a quick wipe. Unprofessional to not give staff comfort to do their job. I would agree with that, Habibi. I would absolutely agree that it is more unprofessional to force your employees to be uncomfortable than it is for the employees to want to be comfortable. If I had an office job, I would need to stay in a desk because sitting all day would be bad for me. Yeah, I do see that. The call centers that I've worked at, yeah, I would see people sort of stand up from time to time. Twice, Natalie. There would be some people who would have at Rogers. I know Rogers in particular. There were sort of desks that were specifically for people who had to stand up. Smash or pass sofa. So anyway, yeah, so it's like give the cashiers a stool. Yeah, they could stand. Yeah, people, and yeah, at that point, the cashiers would have a choice. Yeah. If they're more comfortable standing, they can stand up. If they're more comfortable sitting, they can sit down. We can, go back and forth as they need to. Stool will be used during the people of Walmart fight as a weapon. Then grocery stores are the same. So yeah, give cashiers stools. not like you're gonna break the bank doing that. What do you call the act of manning or womaning the cash register? Cashing? Cashiering, probably. Or cashing. If anyone struggles with poop, try ashwagandha, because it fixed my issues for real. That ancient custom is also why hardly any religions condone prayer while sitting, unless someone cannot stand for medical or other reasons. Stock shelves. I'd rather not do that, Aaron. I'm inclined to doubt that it was important, Natalie. Smash or pass stuff king. So long as you've gone without pooping. I don't know. Probably like probably like 2 days. What's the most you pooped in a day? I think there have been times where I've had like where I've done it like 5 or 6 times, where I've had the runs 5, 6, 7 times when I've had particularly bad runs. Chicken tendies, of course. I actually always keep a thing of Pepto, just in case I get the runt. Because the runt, McDonald's usually gives me the runs, but sometimes other like super greasy food, milk products, ice cream or milkshakes. Cheese usually not, but like milkshakes or ice cream. Used to like McDonald's. I'm trash. I'm trashy. Partner and I are watching it right now on my screen share. Can you do a dance for us? No. People of Walmart an American thing? Or Walmart's normal in Canada, the people who are actually dressed not string up? No, I think we get it in Canada. I think we get that in Canada as well. I didn't really see much of it, much of that sort of thing when I didn't really notice anything when I worked at Walmart. But I'm not very observant. I just scan through, get the fuck out of my head down, do the work, go the fuck home. Any allergies? Possibly bees. It's the joke. It's not that I'm lactose intolerant. I just don't put up with lactose's stupid drama. How old was I when I got my first job? 19. Would have been 19. Stick card on my groceries, not going weed. I don't care. I would not consider this a drama channel. Do you use your right or left hand? I am right-handed. Hey, Vicky. Making me hungry. I use my right hand to do most things, Natalie. Let's see what that right hand can do. Your mom knows what this right hand can do when she doesn't have my money. It's left for change now. Walmart, colleague at Walmart got beaten up by an old man with a cane. In general, Kegel King, no, it's not funny. That said, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure most women would be able to beat my ass. So the idea that I would be yeah. So there is an absurdity in the idea of me him handing a woman the foundation women attractive. Some. You give I have chopped up people in my freezer vibes. But if I had chopped up people in my freezer, I would have been buying them. I would have been buying those pieces from somebody else. You know, like I would have been going to the butcher who chops up humans. Would I marry a Filipino woman? I mean, I'm not sure I'm interested in marriage. Freezer people, free range, yeah, absolutely. Free range, ethically sourced people. Congratulations, Backshots and Natalie. During the Great Depression, butchers were selling human meat. Okay. Good night, Rara. Not funny? Probably not, Uncle Buck. That's an army hammer. Garbage. Throw him in the dumpster. People ate it without even realizing it said it tasted sweet. Read fast. Yep, I do. No, Tuesday. Hey, J Dot. You missed weirdness, which is not a surprise to you. I do not have OnlyFans. Yeah, we're talking about ethical cannibalism. We're talking about ethical cannibalism right now. Sustainable cannibalism. So we'll do the biological resource center, chop up my mom's remains. I might have some of those ashes. Yeah, that's fucked up. Pubs. Yeah, there's some pubs. Oh yeah, wasn't this supposed to be Vegas' birthday? Isn't it your birthday, Vegas doll? I forgot about that. Isn't it your Vegas doll? Isn't it your birthday, Vegas doll? Happy birthday, Vegas. Tuesday, if you super chat me $100,000, I'm getting the hell off of YouTube. I'm taking that money and running. Hey, Lambo. Where'd you go with the money? I pull a DB Cooper, just vanish. Take that money and sit perfectly still until everyone in chat tells you you're frozen. Exactly. I've been watching it. I haven't watched the new episode yet. I'll do that tonight, Permanent Tourist. I'll watch the new episode tonight, but what would I buy with 100K? Freedom. Yes, my phone is working. What does freedom mean to you? Cocaine and whores. Anywho, it's been 2.5 hours. So I think I'm ready to. Am I enjoying Crave? Star Trek stuff. I'm enjoying Star Trek, average dude. So I'm ready to call it a night. Sorry, Elizabeth. I'm sorry, everybody else who just got here. But yeah. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. No, we're not ending because of Lambo. We're ending because I'm tired. Good night, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow.